HTTP or WebSockets, which one to choose? Master modern protocols to build smarter applications. Are you still relying on HTTP for real-time applications, or are you wondering if WebSockets is the game changer you need? In today's video, we'll explore the key differences between HTTP and WebSockets, how to decide which protocol suits your app's needs, and pro tips to implement them effectively in real-world systems. Whether you're building a chat application, stock trading platform, or gaming server, knowing when to use HTTP or WebSockets can make all the difference. Ready to level up your knowledge? Let's dive in. HTTP is the backbone of the web. It's stateless, simple, and perfect for traditional request-response communication. When to use HTTP web pages, standard web browsing, and static content delivery, APIs, RESTful APIs for CRUD operations, file downloads, handling large files or multimedia downloads, process simple, easy to implement, and widely supported. Stateless scales easily for most web use cases. Compatible, works with caching layers like CDNs. Cons, inefficient for real-time data. Every interaction requires a new request, leading to latency. HTTP is your reliable workhorse, but it wasn't designed for the age of real-time communication. Now let's talk about WebSockets, the cool modern protocol for real-time communication. Unlike HTTP, WebSockets establish a persistent full duplex connection between the client and server. This means data can flow both ways without the need for repeated requests. When to use WebSockets: chat apps, instant messaging and live support, gaming servers, real-time multiplayer games, live data updates, stock prices, sports scores, or IoT data. Pros: real-time, near-instant data transfer. Bidirectional, both client and server can send messages independently. Efficient, eliminates the overhead of repetitive HTTP requests. Cons: more complex to implement, doesn't fit every use case, especially static content delivery. WebSockets bring your app to life, delivering real-time interactions like never before. Here's a quick comparison of HTTP and WebSockets to help you decide. First, communication model: HTTP request response, WebSockets persistent connection. Next, use case: HTTP traditional web browsing and APIs, WebSockets real-time event-driven applications. Then efficiency: HTTP latency increases with frequent requests, WebSockets highly efficient for continuous data streams. So how do you choose? Use HTTP when your app requires stateless request-based interactions. Use WebSockets for scenarios that demand real-time bidirectional communication. Here's how some of the biggest companies use HTTP and WebSockets. Netflix: HTTP for loading static content like thumbnails, WebSockets for interactive playback controls. Slack: WebSockets for real-time messaging and notifications. Online games: WebSockets power. Multiplayer games with instant responsiveness. E-commerce: HTTP for browsing and WebSockets for real-time inventory updates. From gaming to messaging, the right protocol ensures a seamless user experience. Both HTTP and WebSockets come with their challenges, but here's how to handle them. First, HTTP challenges: overhead from repeated requests. Inefficiency in real-time scenarios. Solution: use caching CDNs and optimize REST APIs. Next, WebSocket challenges: requires persistent connections, which constrain server resources. Increased complexity in handling reconnections and failures. Solution: use WebSocket libraries like socket.io and monitor connection health actively. Best practices: choose the right protocol for the right job. Don't force WebSockets where HTTP excels. For mixed scenarios, consider hybrid approaches. Use both protocols where they shine. My pro tips for mastering HTTP and WebSockets. First, understand your application's needs. If it's real-time, go WebSockets. If not, stick to HTTP. Second, monitor performance. Measure latency and throughput for each protocol. And third, handle edge cases. For WebSockets, manage reconnections gracefully to avoid downtime. Mastering protocols isn't about picking one, it's about knowing where and how to use them. To recap, HTTP is ideal for stateless request-response interactions. WebSockets excel at real-time bidirectional communication. Choosing the right protocol ensures your app is fast, efficient, and user-friendly. In our next video, we'll dive into event-driven architectures. Don't miss it. If you're ready to build smarter, faster applications with the right protocols, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me for the next deep dive. Because in the world of system design, every connection matters. Subscribe to Hustler Coder, HTTP versus WebSockets Demystified. New videos every week.